welcome back to my channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here, and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build video. So today I'm going to be building in the world of Willow Creek, which is one of the worlds that came with the base game, and I am building on the lot Daisy Hovel. I'm pretty sure I have built on this lot before. I mean, I know I have built on this lot. I don't know if I've actually ever built for my channel. But anyways, I'm going to be building a realistic family home, and it's going to be for 2 teenagers and their parents or parent. So there's going to be 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, because I thought that would make it, you know, a lot of houses, especially like older houses, and I'm thinking that this is like an older, like a rancher style house from maybe the 60s, and a lot of those houses didn't have a bunch of bathrooms. I've seen so many houses. I'm the kind of person, I'm always on Zillow, just, you know, I enjoy building houses and I enjoy looking at houses. So I always have like a couple of houses that I'm looking at and getting inspiration from. This was really just a, I mean, I guess at some point I've seen something like that, but I wasn't really building anything that was a specific house. And as you probably have noticed, the thumbnail is this house but with Christmas decoration, because I really hope that you're not getting sick of me doing Christmas houses, but there was only like 4 weeks during the year that I feel like I want to build for Christmas, and I mean, you know, I don't want to build for Christmas in January or, you know, July. So right now I'm just very much in the Christmas mood. I have Christmassy nails and our whole house is Christmas, and we had a Christmas party yesterday. So I'm just in the Christmas spirit, and I only upload once a week. So I kind of just I wanted to do another Christmas build. So I really hope you're not getting tired of it, but fear not. It's almost, you know, next year, beginning of next year, I'm definitely going to be building different things and different styles, and I have a few things that I already have planned. I also have a few things that I'm already working on, but that I didn't want to post around this Christmas time because, I don't know, it just wasn't fitting for me. And so, yeah, I'm doing another Christmas build. But what have I not told you? Well, oh, also another thing, thank you so much if any of you that regularly watch my speed builds, if you have seen it. And if you've not seen it, I'm going to put a card on screen. But I have uploaded my first Let's Play, and I'm playing a challenge that is a little bit inspired, or very much so inspired, by James Turner's Every Lot challenge with the rules from the 24 while 24. But I mean, I've adjusted it to kind of fit more my vibe, and I also don't want to copy anybody else. You know, I was taking the inspiration, and I like the challenge, and other challenges, if I do play more, I'm definitely gonna, you know, stick to the exact rules. But this was kind of like a made-up challenge by him, and James Turner and ellcrze, and then they have both created a few different challenges that I personally really enjoyed watching. And so I kind of feel like I want to, at some point at least, play them through. But yeah, thank you for all the feedback on that video. And I hope you enjoyed it. But I'm going to continue to build, and that's going to be probably my main focus, because that's really what I enjoy. But I do have to say it's interesting, because when I was playing, I had recorded footage of probably an hour and a half. And the whole editing process is a whole lot faster than when I'm building and then I have to edit and I have to do the voiceover. I'm pretty much, you know, re-watching that whole build, the edited version, at least 2 times, because I'm watching it 1 time to edit it and cut everything out that doesn't need to be in there and add transitions and all that kind of stuff. And then I re-watch it to do my voiceover, and then I re-watch it again to make sure that the voiceover and the video, you know, go well with each other. And anyways, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but yeah, it was kind of relaxing to do the Let's Play and just play. and it was really fun. But anyway, let's get back to this build and let's talk about what I'm doing. So I wanted it to be a somewhat or pretty realistic house. So there's not much in the yard. There's a barbecue and then there's going to be like 2 planters. But other than that, you're free to add whatever you want to add. And also I didn't, you know, I came in first just during summertime because I wanted to make sure that the landscape looks good and it works when it's not winter. And now I'm coming in and it's winter and I'm going to decorate for Christmas. But I did do a few things around the fence. I know that you can just put the decoration box that came with the Seasons expansion pack. You can just put that in and then you can kind of select where you want automated decorations on. Like you can put some on the eaves and on the fences and on walls and kind of stuff. And I did put that box in. It's on the back porch, but I did not use that. All the decoration that I put up is just decoration that you could remove if you just not want to have that. But you don't need the decoration box to have all of this decoration up. So even if you would take down all the decor for Christmas, you would still have all of that. So you have to manually remove that. But yeah, also, I'm not sure yet. I tried to cut all of that out, but I did have a lot of technical issues. Again, I don't know, but like, I struggle with all of the technology so much. And I know that last video, my CC build, I was telling you that I had a lot of issues. And this time I had a lot of issues. My game kept crashing and I was trying to figure it out. And then I think I finally figured out what it was. It was like a file in the cache, in the Sims 4 cache that was like spinning and processing and something. And I don't know exactly what that file does, but I had to look it up. And finally I figured it out. But before that happened, the game crashed a couple of times. So if you see like a repeat of a few things, then I'm sorry, but that's just because I had to cut it, edit it out, and then I came back into the game every time after it crashed, and then obviously it hadn't saved. So there's a whole lot of panic saves in my game, which I also tried to edit out, but if there are any left, I apologize. That's what that was from, because it was just panic saving all the time. Like every 2 minutes I was panic saving, and then it was and then it would crash. But like I said, in the end I figured it out. But anyways, let's talk about what we're doing. So I'm gonna be honest, like when I first came into this, I had a different idea of what I wanted to do. My initial idea was that it was going to be like a 3 generations household with a grandma, a daughter who is relatively young, and then a grandchild. And then I don't know exactly why I changed my mind, but I came into this room and I started decorating it, and this was supposed to be for the daughter, the mother of the little, like, I'm assuming toddler probably. And like she was supposed to be really young, maybe 19 or something like that. And then at some point it just, it changed, and I really wanted this room to be for a teenager. And then the whole story in my head, I mean, it's not like there's a story, but not like last time. But I just kind of shifted and decided that I wanted it to be for like a teenage girl who does YouTube maybe, or any kind of online gaming or something like that, and she'll have a desk and all that kind of stuff. And then I wanted her to have a brother. And then I thought, I don't think that I have ever personally built for a household with 2 teenage kids or teenagers. And so that's kind of where it went after. So, but it doesn't really matter because not much is going to change in this room. I did put those little pictures on the table, on the nightstand, those baby pictures, and I thought that was her child. And I think I do come in relatively towards the end, and I change that out into, I think I just remove the frames, but you'll see that. But yeah, I try to really clutter everything up quite a bit, which, oh if you know me, then you know that cluttering things up is a bit hard for me because it goes against my nature. In real life, I'm not a huge fan of clutter. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting in my office, and my office is also our craft room, kind of. So I have like a big table in the middle, and then my desk is on the side. But after we moved in, I just really was trying to set everything up as fast as we could so that everything is usable, like our house works for us. But I haven't done a whole lot of organizing, and there's so much stuff, just, you know, just stacks of things that, and I can't stand it. I need to change that. But every time I have time, I'm trying to get ahead of my schedule with my uploading, and so that I don't have the pressure of I have to sit down today and I have to finish this. So this time I'm actually a little bit ahead of my schedule. I'm baffled. It is Wednesday when I'm recording this, and I'm uploading this on Friday. So I'm actually really proud of myself. I figured this out, even though we had a Christmas party and a lot going on. But yeah, also my in-laws are coming over the weekend, and so I probably won't be having a whole lot of time unless I sit down at night. But yeah. But anyways, I'm sorry, I talked over the whole room, but yeah, I tried to clutter everything up. You see that little cookie jar on the table, which I was super stoked about. This actually works. So when I came into playtest, I had my sim test the computer, and then I kind of always just queue up a bunch of things that I want to try out. And I had her, oh my goodness, stuttering. I had her check like the bed and the TV and then the computer and playing it. And I always make sure that I not only have them sit on a desk chair, but that they also try the computer, because sometimes that's kind of glitchy. But anyways, what I was trying to say is that if they play a game at the computer, they can eat a cookie at the same time. So I was really stoked about the fact that the cookie jar worked, and secondly, that you can just sit there and have your sim play a game and eat a cookie at the same time. I thought that was very wholesome. But yeah, we're moving on into the brother. I think the brother is maybe a little bit older, or maybe he's younger than the girl. I'm not sure yet. Or it doesn't matter really, but I kind of was trying to show like this opposite of her room. Her room is really bright and airy and very girly, and then his, I kind of wanted to make a bit cluttered, or even more cluttered and a little bit messy. And I think that he's really into video games, but he likes sports. I don't know that in high school he's like on a team or something like that, but he really likes playing video games and stuff. And so I guess he likes to have one or two of his buddies come over and them sitting in those beanbags and playing video games. And other than that, I was just trying to clutter it up with as much random stuff that still kind of felt like it made sense. There is a thing that is a clutter item that I put on the floor, and this is one of the, really quickly, because it's about to cut probably, and then you're gonna have to re-watch me do all of this, and I tried to edit out the parts that didn't make a whole lot of sense to rewatch, or it was just repetitive. But there was some weird cuts in there because I don't know, sometimes the game also saved really, in a strange way. But anyways, yeah, so you're gonna have to rewatch part of that. Yeah, see, because now all of a sudden the TV was gone, but everything else was there, which was weird. But anyways, yes. So I did put like a clutter item on the floor, which is like clothes and shoes and a bag or something like that. And I thought, I remember that when that came out, I think it came with maybe the Get Together, not the Get Together, the Growing Together, or the high school expansion pack. I can't really remember, but you'll see it in a second when I put it on the floor. And I remember that when it came out, that there was a problem that Sims couldn't go over it, like they couldn't walk over it. It was just an object that was in the way. And that is absolutely not helpful. And then I thought that I could remember that they fixed that was a bug and it was not supposed to be like that, and they were supposed to just walk over it. So I did add it, and it was on the floor. But then when I came into playtesting, she couldn't get in the bed. Yeah, I went with this one first, and then I replaced it with the other one. But I guess I could have tried out this one, put that one back in and see if that works, but I didn't do that. I just removed it. So there's no clutter on the floor, but I still tried to clutter up the rest of the room. I actually love this room. This room looks like a typical teenage boy's room to me. Not that I really know what that looks like because I have girls and they're not even teenagers yet, but I don't know, kind of, I really like the way that this room turned out. It was a fun room to decorate. There's also gonna be laundry in this house and it works plenty fine, but I didn't put a laundry or a hamper in every single room just because I felt that's that item that I had to remove later on, which bummed me out because I felt like it added character to the room, and I was really disappointed that we couldn't use that. But anyways, what I was saying is that there was going to be laundry, but I didn't put a hamper in every single room, but there is a hamper in this room. But you know, when they change or they jump in the shower or whatever, all the laundry will just be collected in this one hamper, which from my own experience in game, I actually hate it when there's more than one hamper on the lot because they all fill up, and then I feel like you can't really, I don't know, I feel like catching up with laundry makes it that much harder. I don't know if it might just be like a me problem, but so there's one hamper, and yeah. But what else did I want to say? I don't remember. There was some things that I wanted to talk about, but now they have all left my brain. Anyways, I did put a few things on the over the dresser, but they don't affect the game, at least not for me. I did playtest all of this and everything worked plenty fine. I was considering changing the color of the walls, and I did like it better with this beige, but that's just because it's personal preference. I like lighter colors, but I felt like for the guy it should just be darker. And then I decided to add a light behind the computer, and then it kind of gave it even more this like grungy teenage room feel. I don't know. So I was really excited about the light. I need to, excuse me, I need to always remind myself that if you play with the lights in the game, it changes the whole feel of the build, and it changes the whole feel of the way that one room appears. It's really interesting. So, and I know I've mentioned this before, but if you ever are like, this room is kind of, if you're building something and you're like, oh, the room is, I kind of like it, but it's missing something, try and play with the lights. It does help a lot of times, and it just you know, it does the trick a lot. But yeah, in the bathroom I also tried to make sure that I can kind of show that there is 4 people using this bathroom multiple times a day, and I sized down this little wet wipe thing from, and it's supposed to be for babies, but I was thinking it's maybe like makeup removal wipes. And then I did this thing here, and this is not to my credit. Credit goes 100% to Jessica Pye. She does that a lot, just putting stuff into the sink. The sink is still fully functional, but it does give this little bit of a more realistic, like some, you know, they put something, when you put something on the side of the sink and then it falls in and then it's just like in the sink. I mean, I clean that up, but if you were living with 2 teenagers, I'm pretty sure that the parents are working full time, so things like that are just going to be left for the day. And then this is the laundry room, which is also the only access into the backyard. So if you want to go to the backyard, you would go through here, but I kind of like that because it makes it also like a little bit like a mud room. And honestly, other than the washer dryer and a sink, there's not any gameplay in here. I just wanted to clutter it up. I put that little coin bowl, I guess, dish in here because I thought, you know, when they do laundry and you always find something in somebody's pockets, right? Like there's always like a couple coins or some receipts or something in pockets, and I thought that this was a little bit of a cute hint at that's, you know, that's what the mom, when she does laundry, or if maybe the teenagers help do laundry, they pull it out and there's this little collection of receipts and coins that they have pulled out of the clothes. And then other than that, yeah, this also is not, this is a trick I use, and this is also something that I have learned from watching Jessica Pai's videos. She is such a phenomenal builder, and she honestly is one of the ones that I have learned the most from by watching her builds. I have received so many sweet comments from you guys, and I'm so grateful. And some of you compliment on that I build really well, and I'm thank you so much. I oh my goodness, it is so for me receiving compliments is so awkward to me, but I'm very, very grateful, and I thank you for saying that. It's very encouraging. But why I'm mentioning this is because I have learned all of that, the way that I build now, by watching other builders. Because when you watch a lot, you learn a lot, and you just there's so many things that other people do in a little bit different than you do it, and sometimes, excuse me, sometimes maybe it's you just stick with what you know to work, but sometimes you can really take things that you've seen other people do. I just think it's important that we credit credit where credit is due. If you get it from somewhere else, then mention that, because I think that's important. I think that especially nowadays, it's important to make sure that you don't pretend that you came up with something when you didn't. And just let's be honest. And that's why I always try to mention that, when I use other people's ideas, then I make sure that I point that out. But anyways, moving on. This is the bit parents' room, and honestly, parents' rooms for me are always so hard because I have a certain style, and that's what I like, but I don't want to make every house that I build look the same, and I want to be able to make it more accessible for all kinds of people. And I know that not, if you're playing with a family, then maybe the parents that you have in your household are not the ones that really care about renovating their rooms, or maybe they just really love the style that they had, like the furniture they bought in the 80s or in the 90s. That's what they still love, and that's maybe what you want to play with. And so if I would make every parent's room the way that I would love it and I would have my room, then I think it would be very, very boring. But so I actually, yeah, this is the bit that I find it was so hard to pick a bed. It always is. But I really actually like this bedroom. Like, it came out, it looks super cozy and comfy and like a parent's bedroom, but it's not my style. But to get there is always this little bit of a trust the process, just keep on going, just add a little bit of something over here, and I think it turned out great. And it's really comfy. Also, I'm gonna add one of those makeup tables in the vanities in the corner, and also fully functional. I always try to clutter them up as much as I can, because I feel like on a vanity you would have a lot of things handy. So if you sit down and you want to freshen up, you have your favorites out on the table. But yeah, so, and also I added this vanity in because I thought if there is a teenage daughter, then she might want to come in here in the morning, sneak in here and do her makeup here, because they only have one bathroom. And that's potentially a reason why the mom and the daughter put a vanity in here, so that they can just do their makeup here. And also there's natural light, and I'm not very what's the word, talented when it comes to makeup. I have done my makeup the same way for as long as I can remember, and it's just it's BB cream and a little bit of lip balm. I don't wear lipstick or anything. I just wear lip balm and some eyeliner. That's really all I do. And I've tried, and I have watched, how I just was saying that if you watch something enough, then you can just do it yourself as well, and you will learn. Well, I don't. Like, I've watched so many amazing people do their makeup and explain it in a very, very well. I am incapable. It literally took me I don't know, 15 years to figure out how to make curls with a straightener for my hair. It's not my talent at all. I'm gonna stick with what I'm good at. But anyways, that was the story for the vanity. And then, yeah, just adding a little bit more clutter here and there. I was thinking that the dad sleeps on the right side if you're looking at the bed, and the mom sleeps on the left side, and I tried to make it look like that as well. And then here I did that little pull trick with the tool mod, so it looks like something. I always like it when something's hanging on a closet or something, or on a dresser, because it reminds me of my grandparents' house. They always had like a hanger with something. I don't know if they would hang something, if you would hang something up there in the evening that you're planning on wearing in the morning. And I know that this is a bathrobe, but it could be anything really. But yeah, and when I was doing the floor plan, I know I cut that out, but I was really struggling with the floor plan. And I wanted 3 bedrooms, so it took me a while. So I decided to just cut it out. But I had this little, if I had left this part that I was just in, I found the alarm clock and I decided to add that. But if I would have, you know, where we just were, I think we're gonna go back there in a second. Yeah, this little nook here, if that would have been part of the entryway, then the entryway would have been so big, and I wanted there to be some sort of a desk with another computer, due to research or work or whatever. I don't know what the parents would be doing for a living, but and if it would have been, if this little, I think it's like a 2x3 area, if it would have been part of the dining room, which is to the left, then the dining room would have been such an awkward long room. So I decided, oh, I'm just gonna put a wall in there, and then it's like a little another hallway that leads to something, but we can use it for a desk space. And I think it worked really well. And again, I really wanted to make sure it's cluttered well and a lot, because I was with every inch of this house, I was trying to represent that a lot of people live here, and it's really honestly not a massive house. I mean, it's a decent size, but it's not like, you know, how many square feet would this be? Like maybe 2,000, if that. Yeah, maybe 2,000 square feet, which is, you know, it's not tiny, but it's not a big house. It's not large. So I wanted to make sure that I show that with all of the clutter that I added. And then I was using this little magnet board, which is one of the ones that came with it came with some event. I'm not a fan of the events. I can't stand them. They're funny to play through, I guess, but I've never played through one and actually read all of the story that it gives you. I just want the stuff to build with. And I'm still butthurt over an event that happened last year, I think, where we got another screen TV. I always say screen TV, and I mean frame TV. We got another frame TV with, like, I mean, the art was so beautiful, and another floor mat and some other stuff that I don't even know about. And I am so mad because at that point, back then, that year I moved and I couldn't play. I just didn't have the time. And it was only on for I don't know how long, but I didn't have time in my life to sit down and play a game. And it was really not on my radar. And I am mad that they do that and then never give you another chance. Like, why don't the Sims just, you know, they let you play through it, and then if, you know, they know that not everybody will get it, but maybe after 6 months or something, can you just give us the stuff? They add things for free with updates in the base game all the time, like that African set that we got, which is amazing and I love it so much, like just a few items. But why can't they do that with all of those things, especially if it's very generic things, like it's not very specific. I don't know, you know, it would make more sense to me that we would have had to play and work for that African set, or for, I don't know, I can't think of anything else, but that is more specific. But that they add, but we don't get a frame TV for free without having to. Anyways, I'm done ranting. I'm gonna get over myself, but that's, yeah, I'm mad. I talked completely over the dining room, but it's really nothing fancy. There's like a standing clock in there and a dining table and a basket in there. It's really it. And now I'm moving on to the garage. No, I'm not. There's not a garage there. I'm moving on to the kitchen, and the kitchen had, I don't know what I was thinking, but it had an awkward shape, and I do make it work, but it was a little bit difficult, and I don't remember if I cut anything out, but I was really looking at this for a while. I was like, how do I make this work so that it's still functional in the game? And this is and I was really worried that this trash bin was going to be in the way. It was not. It works. Also, because I just said trash, you might have noticed that, again, I forgot to add a mailbox and a trash bin outside. I have since added them, and you might even see them in the screenshots, but they're there. So don't worry. Fear not, they're in there. And yeah, but the kitchen is fully functional, and I have previously asked in one of the videos if you know if those new sinks that we're getting for the kitchen are, if it's a glitch, a bug, or if it's meant to be, but they can be used, like the sink that I used in here, and then the one that came with the Home Chef Hustle kit set game pack, I think. The Sims can use them as counters, which is amazing, which means that we can clutter so much more up, which also this counter over here is fully functional. So this is where they did serve some of the food, and then some of the food went. So when I come in to playtest the kitchen, I always make sure that I try cooking and baking and not just cooking, because I've had issues before where they were able to bake but not to cook, like on the stovetop. And I always make sure that I do both. And so it fully works. The kitchen is completely functional, which is, it always thrills me when things are functional and I don't have to shimmy anything around after I'm already done building. And yeah, this is pretty much, I think, is this already the last room? I think so. This is the last room, I think. And yeah, this is the living room. And I did add the Christmas tree in here. So I guess when it's not Christmas, you might want to, I don't know, add another chair, or you could add a game table in that corner, just so there's more to do with this for the Sims that live here. And then I was adding some cards over here, like, and I was thinking they're Christmas cards. And also that heart, I don't remember. That might have been something that was just one of those updates, or no, that came with the Adventure Awaits expansion pack. And I thought that was something that one of the kids, you know, years ago made in elementary school or something like that, or middle school, I don't know. And then I added some Christmas cards here, you know, maybe some holiday greetings from extended family. What was that? And a little gnome, because gnomes are my favorite. I have so many gnomes in my house, like for Christmas, not generally, but gnomes are my favorite. It's a Scandinavian thing, and my dad is from Denmark, so yeah, I love the gnomes. I have 2 little gnomes that I got from Denmark. They are called julenissen, and I don't exactly remember the story about them, but if anybody from Scandinavia or Denmark is watching, please let me know exactly what the julenissen are for, because I have 2 and they're sitting on my vent hood over my stove. It's a little bit of my culture, which unfortunately I never lived in Denmark. I lived in Germany, and I lived in Nigeria and Okinawa and the States. So those are the places that I've actually lived, but I have visited a few times, and we spent a bunch of vacations in Denmark when I was little, but I was very young, so I don't really remember all the history lessons I'd gotten there. But yeah, I did consider adding like red pillows for Christmas, but it was just a little bit too poppy for me, so I didn't do that. And then, you know, something else really quick, because it was really frustrating me. I was filtering the decor items by just with the season's expansion pack, and a lot of the decor doesn't show up in decor, and then it's in activities or something like that. And I know that I could have just clicked show all, but that was a bit frustrating. So I'm sure there is other decor that I could have used and I forgot, or I didn't because I didn't see it. But I hope it, you know, it's Christmassy enough. And I also didn't want to add too much stuff that you'd then have to remove when Christmas is over. But yeah, that's all I have for the living room. And in the hallway, there really isn't anything. This is all just decoration. And this trick with the bottles, I know that I do it a lot, but the reason why I do it is because then you have no open surfaces that they're gonna put like empty dishes and you can't find them, and then they always have that little buff that says that they're disgusted by their surroundings or something like that. So I really try to, you know, use the surfaces and clutter stuff up and then size it down so that they don't hide your plates somewhere. And then over here is just another dresser. And I did, oh, you know what? Completely honest, I did forget to play test and see if the fishbowl actually works, because I'm going to put a fishbowl on there. But I hope it does, and if it doesn't, you know, it can always just be decorational. You don't put a fish in there. But that's pretty much it from me for today. I'm going to finish this up. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching the videos. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, if you want to see this, if you want to download this from the gallery, my gallery ID is VinnasNook, VinnasNook, and I'll see you next time in the Nook. Bye, guys.